Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Clarity Tarot and Astrology. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are all doing very well and are excited for a live reading session. Tonight, we are doing live tarot and astrology readings here on the channel. So, if you are watching this in the live version, hello, welcome. You can get a live reading here with me. If you open the description box, I have all of my live offerings there. Just donate for the offering that you would like, and we'll do your reading right here live on the stream. If you are a member of my channel and you have some free monthly readings that you'd like to use, you can use those as well. Just let me know. And if you are someone that prefers private readings or you're watching this in the recorded version and you'd like to get a private reading with me, you can do that as well. The link for that is in the description box. Okay. All right, guys, that's all from me for now. Let me know if you would like a reading. Hello, my love. How are you? Good to hear. Yes, I was like, I know it's kind of late, like it's late my time, but I want to go on because I like going on. So happy you're here. Weekend is going good so far. I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you. How's your weekend going so far? Yeah, this Mother's Day just like snuck up on me, and I was talking to my friend, and she was like, "It just feels like there's always something. There's always something that you like have to do." And I'm like, I know. It's a lot." So, yeah, I have no idea. But yes, so you donated for two different questions. Which question do you want to do first? Do you want to talk about Izzy or do you want to talk about the business? Okay, perfect. Ooh. These cards, as I'm trying to shuffle them, are so tight. I don't know if that has something to do with him. The cards are so tight. Okay, you said for the business, I'd like to know what I need to know, like any guidance. Perfect. All right, so starting off with Mr. Izzy. Most important messages for Sarah and Izzy. Yeah, I'm like, I feel like he doesn't want to open. How does Izzy feel about Sarah? What's his energy towards Sarah? What's his energy towards the connection with Sarah? Let's see. Let's see what comes through. All right, let's cut the deck here. All right, so his overall energy towards you, we have the King of Cups. That's incredible. That is amazing. He feels like he can take care of you, okay? we'll clarify as we go on like what that means, but he feels like confident that he has what he needs to make you feel cared for, loved, secure. Like he feels like he can give you what you're looking for. He feels like he can provide you with some type of value. And I feel like what he feels like you need more than anything is someone to look out for you. Like he feels like you look out for other people and you need someone who's going to look out for you. And he feels confident that he can be that person. Okay. So I feel like a part of this connection working is sort of relaxing into your inner child, relaxing into your lover energy and being soft, not feeling like you need to be his equal, not feeling like you need to do something for him, not feeling like you need to take care of him, but showing him where you have vulnerabilities that he can fill the gaps. That's going to make him feel like, okay, I can actually do something here, because that is what is necessary for a man to start to think about the future with you, and for him to start to see where he fits into your life. Is he needs to see like an opening, right? He needs to see like, okay, here's a vulnerability she has and I can fill this spot, so to speak. Okay. So that's going to be his really strength that he brings to the table. Like it's more going to be more of his emotional nurturing and his caring. Like that's what he can give you essentially, right? So it's like, if that's what you want, then you have to sort of soften into that. You have to sort of relax into that. Okay. That's how he's going to feel useful in your life. And he has to feel useful. All right. So the way he thinks about you, girl, we have the Empress. Yes. Yes. And this makes a lot of sense that he would see you this way, because obviously the Empress is Taurus, your fifth house is Taurus. So that's sort of the energy that you're giving off in love naturally. But yes, he finds you someone who is very abundant, very stable, very beautiful, right? You obviously have a lot to offer. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a question. Like, you bring a lot to the table. You are desirable. Like he knows this. Um, but yeah, it's more of like, is your Venus going to be receptive? You know, that's sort of like the question that he has now. Like, do you want to be spoiled? Do you want to be taken care of? Because you can obviously take care of yourself, but like, do you want someone to do that for you? You said interesting. He's very sweet and stable. Yes, it's giving sweet and stable for sure. Said he seems caring. He's younger than me too. That makes sense with your chart. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you end up with someone younger than you. It kind of makes sense in your chart. He said he is an Aries, but he has a lot of Taurus. So his sun is in your fourth. So that's nice. That's going to bring stability. Okay. And then with his Taurus, that's going to bring lots of love, passion, inner child, all that good stuff. He has his Jupiter, so it's Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn. That's in Taurus. That's pretty. Those are some heavy hitters. Yeah, and it's in your fifth house, especially his Jupiter in your fifth house. That's really good. That's really, really good. That can be very, very healing for the inner child, which I keep getting for this reading is like relaxing into your inner child. That seems to be like a big part of this connection. And his Venus is in Aries. That's really nice too. That's also going to bring a nice softness to. I feel like he's here to soften you. That's what I get. This guy is here to soften you up. Okay. Wow. Look at this. How he feels about you. Queen of Cups. Again, he feels like you have a lot to offer. And yes, you have a lot that you can offer him as well. The same way that he can nourish you, you can nourish him too. Okay? Like it goes both ways. You know, he knows that there's a lot of value that you can give him as well. So, he definitely sees the value. The way he feels about the connection, we have the wheel, okay? Or like the wheel of fortune. So with this, he's not going to, what he's not going to do, he's not going to force any outcomes. He's not going to force any outcomes. He's not going to push any outcomes. He's going to go with the flow, and he's just going to let the situation unfold naturally and just kind of see where it goes naturally. So he's not coming in with any like particular intentions. He's not coming in with any particular game plan. He doesn't want anything specifically, you know. He's sort of just like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's sort of the mentality that I feel that he has um, with this, and not just with you, but, you know, in general with love. But that is the mentality that he's coming here. This does feel significant to him, right? The wheel is a significant energy, but it's also an energy of letting, you know, what's meant to happen sort of just play out naturally, right? Just like rolling the dice and seeing how things go. So that's more of the way that he's, you know, taking his approach with this specifically. So the challenge with him is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, what he's lacking is fire. Even though he's Aries, um, I don't know if this is because, you know, Saturn's in Aries, so maybe he's not like 100% himself. Maybe he's still kind of, you know, reeling from some of the Pisces energy that Aries was sort of dealing with. Maybe he's still coming out of his like Pisces slumber. But I feel like what he's sort of lacking right now is the fire, the initiative, you know, the taking control, taking charge, really being strongly in his like masculine energy. So that's why I feel like this is sort of more like, okay, yeah, like let's just see what happens type of thing. Um, he's not coming in with intention. And also I feel like he doesn't really know, like he doesn't really know like where his life is going or heading, so it's hard to like say, you know, if a guy's like really certain about what he wants, and then he can be more clear about the role he wants the woman in his life to play. He doesn't really have, you know, certainty, I guess, let's say. So it's just like whatever, like let's just kind of see how this goes, figure it out as it goes type of thing. So that might be sort of like annoying with him, whereas okay, what does he want, what is he looking for, you know, and he may not really always like know the answer to that. You said I'm a little apathetic with dating, so I'm taking my time. Yes. Okay, so clarifying the King of Cups, I have the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like he is sort of like, how can I say it? Like he's in no rush, you know, he's in no rush. He is, you know, okay to take his time and just see where this goes. And, you know, he can be present for you, he can be there for you, make you feel comfortable with him, things like that. But you know, eventually there will probably get to a point where it's going to be like, okay, we've done this for, you know, X amount of time. What now? You know, what's going to happen now? So yeah, again, it just kind of goes back to him not really having, you know, thinking very positive and highly of you, but then not also really knowing what's next, but understanding like there's only so much time that can be spent in that phase before like you start questioning, you want to know, things like that. He said he's at a distance too, and he's at a distance. And he's like, distance doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. He's kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, let's just see. So I'm just watching and see. Yeah, same. He's just watching and seeing. He's truly just like watching and seeing. So clarifying the Empress. Okay, I have 2 cards. Wow, I have 3 cards actually. Emperor, 10 of Cups, Ace of Swords. Wow. Yeah, he again, with Empress and Emperor, like he feels like you are very like balanced in terms of your masculine and feminine energy. Like you don't need him. Like you really don't need him. Okay. That's why he's like, I don't know for sure what I can really do for her, what value I can really provide for her, because I don't think she really needs me. Like you can really take care of both sides of your life. Like you can take care of the stability and the structure and the finances, and you can also take care of like yourself and your emotional needs and your emotional wants and all of that. So he's sort of like, yeah, she's really, really balanced, which makes you very attractive with the 10 of Cups, but it's also very like revealing as well, kind of like maybe where he could be stepping up in his own life. It's also kind of revealing as well, like where he could maybe be doing more and having like a more balanced masculine and feminine in himself as well. Okay. So, yeah, he's very impressed by you. Let's just say that. He is very impressed by you. Um, you said, I don't want to waste too much of my time. I'm in my Jupiter era and it's closing. I'm trying to utilize this time correctly and I want another child, one more, getting older. Yes. If that's the case, then listen, you have to know this about the guy day one. And it's not crazy for you to uh ask this right off the bat. Like, not that you have to be super aggressive with it or anything like that, but you should not spend more than like 24 to 48 hours talking to a guy unless you know that he wants a child. Like, truly. If you don't know this, don't even invest. Don't even get invested. You have to know this right off the bat. And if he says yes, then okay, continue on. But if he's like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, blah, 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 then cut, you know, cut. Because the person that you're supposed to be with will want the child for sure. They will want the child. Good. Okay, good. Then yeah, this is good then. Okay. Clarifying the Queen of Cups. Yeah, look, Knight of Wands in reverse. In reverse. His fire is off. Something about him is off right now. He's not an empowered masculine right now. Like um something is not right with him. It's like he's having a hard time initiating. He's having a hard time um feeling like himself. Let's see. Let's get more into that. Oh my god, there's a lot of cards. So that's obviously something a lot deeper, but most important message. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. The Moon. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. So he's dealing with something emotional. There's something emotional that is distressing for him right now. And that's why it's like he's showing up really strong emotionally, but he's not really showing up really strong like physically. And it's because yeah, he's something is watering down his fire. There's something that he's dealing with personally, internally. I feel like a lot of what he wants from you right now is just that emotional connection. Like that's enough for him. That's why it's like you being at a distance, like I don't care. Kind of just having someone to talk to, having someone that's like giving him attention, having someone who is how can I say it? Having someone who is Yeah, just someone who's there, truly. Like him not feeling alone is like almost kind of enough, which, you know, I'd say is again, if the goal is I'm trying to build a relationship with somebody strong who's trying to have children, you know, then I'd say red flag on that. No, don't be more sensitive to him. You don't do not baby men. Do not baby men. If you want him to be a man and you want him to be someone that you can rely on, do not baby him. Like he needs to, no matter what the circumstances are, he needs to stay in his masculine energy. Like, so this is kind of a red flag. I would say I wouldn't be like, oh, no, no, he's not your son. If you want a man to be the leader and protector and provider of your life, girl, he needs to get over himself. Like if you just want someone that's just going to be there to talk to, okay, keep that attitude, right? But if you really want someone who's going to be there and show up, no. No. That's what's lacking with him. That's why he's so impressed by you because he's like, "Oh, you you maybe you're going through a difficult time or maybe you have difficult circumstances but you still seem to show up and you still seem to have your fire and you're still showing up really strong." And he's kind of saying like, well, I should probably do the same. Like he's looking at you and thinking I need to be more like her, which is not the vibe you want. You want him to be like, no, let me take care of her. No, you come over here. Like, relax. Let me take care of you. No. He's looking at you like you're the role model. No, it's supposed to be the other way around. Okay, clarifying the wheel. We have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like with him, he's maybe had difficult circumstances in his life and he's kind of learned like you have to just go with the flow. You can't really force an outcome, right? Maybe he's been kind of beaten down by life, which life is hard. But guess what? These are lessons that are preparing you. Okay, he's been on his own since 16. Well, maybe that's God saying you need to learn how to be on your own. You need to relearn how to rely on yourself. You need to be the rock so other people can rely on you. You don't need your family. You got yourself, right? Maybe that's the lesson in it. And maybe that's what he's not seeing is that this didn't happen to you, it's happening for you, right? And he could be kind of falling under the lesson rather than being strengthened by it and being empowered by it. And that's kind of what I'm getting. Like it feels like he's not empowered by his situation. It's almost like he's falling underneath the pressure of it and he just wants someone to like support him and like be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you." Like he wants like sympathy, which is like, no. Okay, clarifying the Queen of Wands, I have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, he doesn't know what he wants. And that's another reason why his fire is dead because when you know what you want, you're excited. You're excited. You're like, yeah, I'm going after this. Yeah. He's not really excited. Like, I don't feel like he's like really excited for anything. I don't feel like he's like fired up about anything, passionate about anything. He's kind of just like, okay, yeah, like we'll just see what happens. And it's like, okay, yeah, there is an element of that to life, sure. But especially right now, like as an Aries, like Aries has like the most amazing astrology right now. Like Aries should feel fired up at this particular moment in time and feel really excited for the future. Like Aries are like the leaders in the new world right now. So if he's not like feeling fired up and excited about life, then I would definitely say there's something wrong with him. He's still in that Piscean energy, that heavy Pisces, woe is me, victim, world is so hard, everything's so expensive, da 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 da. He's falling under the weight of that, as opposed to whatever, I don't care what the circumstances are, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna find a way, I'm gonna make a way. That's the way that an Aries should be feeling right now. An empowered Aries should feel that way about the world. So I don't feel like he really feels that way. I feel like he just wants someone to make him feel better about himself. So I would say be careful. Be careful there with that. You don't want to end up being someone's like support system, right? He should be doing everything he can to show you his strength and to show you that he is right for you, not you showing him that you're right for him, right? He should be providing you value. He should be chasing you, okay? Which I feel like he's not really one to do that. Like, he's really one to be more of like, no, make me feel better about myself, at this particular point in time, from what I'm getting with the reading right now. So, I just wouldn't fall into, oh, poor guy, no, because then he's not really going to be understanding what it is that you're looking for, you know. So, yeah, I mean, if your goal really is to have another child, it's like this is the way you should be dating, is very much so like, okay, what do you have? What's your finances looking like? What's your goal? You have a house, you want to buy a house, like you're going to move here, like you should really be like pushing these questions. And the right guy, he's going to be like, yeah, of course I am. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, of course. I got it. He's the guy you're looking for, should be extremely confident right now, extremely confident. So if they're not coming with that energy, girl, bye. Bye. Mm-hmm. Yes. You have to get a king, and you have to expect them to be a king. It's okay. That's okay. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. But like you said, you're getting older, you want to have a kid, you have to be more aggressive. You have to be more aggressive in the sense of like, you know, really showing them what you're about and quickly seeing if they're about it too, quickly. Yeah, yeah, let's see. Let's see. Alrighty, so that is Mr. Izzy. All right, so then you said, what do I need to know about the start of your lab business? And then you said earlier, for the business, I'd like to know what I need to know, any guidance when starting it. Okay. All right, let's get you a different deck. Alrighty, so most important messages for Sarah in regards to her business. What does Sarah need to know about the business? What does she need to know about the start of the business? What guidance do you have for her in regards to starting her business? Okay, so first card out, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, interesting. This is saying don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody at work. Maybe don't even tell your family. Don't tell your friends. Keep it to yourself. That's the first card is keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck? The Fool. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it to yourself. Think of it like a pregnancy. First trimester of pregnancy. You don't really tell a lot of people, Keep it to yourself because it's so brand new and you don't know if it's going to take or not. And you don't want anyone giving their opinions. You don't want anyone giving their negativity, judgment. Why are you doing that? What about this? No. Keep it to yourself until it gains traction. And then, even then, let it just speak for itself. Like I'm getting not everybody needs to know. Okay, let's see. Wow, 8 of Wands. Keep it to yourself, but, do spend a lot of time learning about it. Spend a lot of time thinking about it. How can I say? It's just kind of move in silence. What I'm getting is move, but move in silence. Move on it, take action on it, be passionate about it, okay? And be quick about it, but keep it to yourself, okay? I'm getting go all in, but keep it to yourself, okay? Daughter of Wands, yes, it's your thing. It's your thing. And it's no one else's thing but yours, and no one else needs to know about it. It's your thing. And this is going to be because it's almost like a spiritual journey in a sense. When you start a business, it literally is like having a baby. I used to say that when I started my business, I was like, it's like I have a baby. I feel like this is like a baby and I have to tend to it and I have to do all the things and keep up with it. It's so needy. Your business at first is so needy and it needs so much and it gives absolutely nothing. Just like a child, the child gives absolutely nothing. You're doing absolutely everything and it's giving you absolutely nothing but problems, crying, poop, you know what I mean? It's doing nothing. So it's this is your spiritual path and no one else needs to go on it. No one else needs to be a part of it but you. And you're going to learn a lot through the process of this. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about life. Things from your past are going to make sense. Just like how you were just saying with Izzy, oh, I wish I would have known this when I was younger. You're going to say the same thing with this. Oh my God, I should have started this when I was younger. Or if I had this mentality when I was younger, I could have been in this position now. Da, 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 da. You're going to have the same exact experience with the business. Okay, wow. 10 of Swords. The biggest challenge for you with starting is just going to be the mentality, the killing of the old mentality, right? Because the way you probably are doing life now is following the typical advice, right? Oh, go to school. When you want to do something, what's the first step? You have to go to school. Oh, I want to do something. I have to get education because that's what we've been taught. Oh, you want to do this career? Oh, you have to go to school. You have to do this training program. You have to do that. As if that's the first step. That's not the first step. The first step of a business is start the business. You start the business and the business teaches you. It's just like when you actually do go to school, right? You go to school to be a nurse. They teach you in theory. In theory, this is what it's like to be a nurse. Oh yeah, you need to learn this, da, 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 da. But you don't know how to be a nurse when you graduate. You kind of have the idea of what it is to be a nurse, but not until you're actually doing it and you're in the career, then you really know what it's like. The business is if you were to go into nursing without having gone into nursing school, but you're going to learn on the job. You're going to learn as you go. You're not going to have all the answers, just like how when you're nursing, you don't get out of school and immediately go into the floor and know everything to do. Same thing with the business. You're not going to take a course on the business and then turn around and know everything to do with the business. What's more important to learn about the business is learning yourself. That's what a business is. A business is learning about yourself, learning about your strengths, learning about your weaknesses, figuring out what you don't know how to do, humbling yourself, being resourceful, finding information, finding the right person, who do I need to talk to, who I need to get this. A business is just about problem solving, every day, problem solving, problem solving. What about this? What about this? Okay, what's happening here? Okay, how do I fix this? How do I fix this? Like, that's what a business is. No course is going to teach you how to be a problem solver. Either you are or you aren't. Like, either you naturally are someone that is good at making systems, problem solving, delegating. You're either naturally good at that or you have to learn how to do that. But no course is going to teach you that. Like, if that was how business worked, everybody would have a business. If business was just, oh, just take a course and you're going to be successful in business, then everybody could have a business, you know? But that's not how business works. Business works based upon who's the most resourceful, who's the most creative, who's the most resilient, who's the most disciplined, who stays relevant. Like, that's what business is more about. It's not about who's the smartest, who's the most organized, who's that. Like, that's school. School rewards that. School rewards you for showing up on time and turning your work in on time and, being organized and having all the things, right? School teaches you how to be an employee. Okay. A business is the opposite of that. The business is, I'm making this up as I go. I'm making this up as I go. It doesn't matter. There's people who have businesses are the craziest people you'll ever meet. They're the craziest people. But that's because to be successful, you don't need to be smart. You don't need to be organized. You don't need to be educated. You just need to be passionate. Like, you just need to be passionate and love what you do. Like, if you have passion and you love what you do, you're unstoppable. And so, like, the biggest barrier for you is just going to be thinking there's like these steps. It's like there's no steps. Like, you just do it. Like, it's kind of like, I guess, having a kid, right? Like, yeah, of course there's like, a pathway, you know, per se, but every child is different and what every parent needs to do is different, and it's just different. You just figure it out as you go, right? You just learn as you go. And that's kind of like the same thing I'm getting here. It's like, don't think you need to be, I need to have this steps, I need to be this, and it needs to be like that. It's like, no, just start. Like, just start. Just do it. And you're gonna find when you do it, there's always gonna be a roadblock, you know? Like, okay, for example, okay, let's say I'm going to start my LLC. Let's say you go to do the LLC and it's like, oh crap, the filing fee is $500. I don't have $500. Okay, so now what do you need to do? Now you need to go save $500. So you can't even do the step because you don't have the $500. It's better for you to know that than to go spend $2,000 on a course, then to find out, oh, wait a minute, now I need $500 for this. It's like, you're going to learn as you go. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to fall, you're going to fail, but you're going to be further ahead than if you're like, "Oh, well, I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to take a course," because really what that is procrastination. It's procrastination, and that kills business. Procrastination kills business. The winner is the person that does it first, the person that does it first and the fastest. And so the faster that you just go on and you encounter roadblocks and challenges, the quicker you get through that, you find your solution, you get through it, and you're another step ahead. And you're 20 steps ahead of all the people who are still like thinking about it. Oh yeah, I would love to do that. Oh yeah, I'm taking a course about it. You're already 20 steps ahead of that person, and they're going to come against the same roadblock, and you're going to be on roadblock 25 by that point. You know what I mean? So it's like, the faster you start, the faster you learn, the faster you make mistakes, the faster you get over the mistakes, and the faster you proceed forward. So just do it. If you're going to do it, do it. You have nothing to lose. Like, I have started many of businesses. I have opened many of LLCs that I didn't even use. It didn't work out. The more that I found out more about the business, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do this business. It's too hard, but at least I know. Imagine had I taken a course only to find out I don't want to do this business. It's like, just do the business and you're going to figure out, do I actually want to do this? Do I actually like this? Is this something I can see myself doing? And all what you're going to have is experience. Okay, yeah, I tried that. I don't really like that, and then you quickly know, I'm going to do something else and find something else that you like. So don't fall in the trap of like overthinking, perfectionism. I need information. I need a course. I need a certification. It's like, no. Like, do you ever go to a business and you're like, can I see the certification of the owner? Like, what education did the owner take? Like, no. You just get the service of the business. You don't ask about that. All you want to know is, can they get the job done? Great. Here's my money. And you move on with your day. So if you want to get that stuff later, if you want to do it down the line when the business can actually pay for it, okay, yeah, that's fine. By that point, you're not going to need it. But the biggest thing that you need to do is just start. So the biggest thing you have to fight against is your programming, which says, oh, this is scary. Oh, I never done this before. Wait, danger. No, we can just do this. We already are doing this. Like, you have to kind of fight that voice inside of you that's trying to keep you safe, because that's what the world is telling you, is just be safe. Just do this. Just follow this path. Just get a job. Just stay at your job. It's easy. Everything's there. You just show up. That's the hardest part of it, truly. So just start. Just start. Don't tell anybody. Don't say this is what I'm going to do, because you might be like, you know what? I don't even want to do this. You may find out, you get a couple steps in and you're like, this is for the birds. This is too hard. I don't want to do this. But you've already told everybody, and they're like, oh, whatever happened to, and then you have to backtrack. So just start, figure out if you like it or not, and just take the steps. That's all you have to do. It's very, very, very simple. Okay. So what are you going to do now? What's the first step? Yeah. Let me give you the LLC company I use. Let me give it to you. It's very, very good. It's so easy. Let's see. Here it is. They are easy peasy. They handle everything. If you want to get like a virtual mailbox, if you want to get like you can get a registered agent, and it has like a PO box, a location where like all of your legal stuff will go to, because maybe you don't want to put your own address on stuff. You can do all of that. They'll make sure that you're compliant with all of the documents and tell you when you need to renew stuff and everything. So it's just really, they make it really, really easy. But yeah, you just want to look and see like in your state, like for the business, what you need to file, and then yeah, just go from there. You are very, very welcome. Good luck.